Hey everybody, GravyTrain here with another GravyTraining episode. This time, I've kind of focused on some teams that are either mid-level or a little bit harder to get. This time, I'm focusing on a team that should be pretty easy. It should be flexible for whatever you might have, and hopefully it's using heroes you've already got pretty well set up. So that team, as you can see here in the title, is Sifu Valkyn as the baseline. And we will explore from there. So I'm actually using my alt for this one, so this is going to be closer to entry-level runes. So the core of the team is Sifu and Valkyn. As you can see, they're here on my defense. I have Dagrand here to clear silence, and Jin to silence the enemy. This is just one example. I'm going to focus more on the offensive side of it. However, you can see, and this is pretty much the last day of the season, or the last 24 hours of the season. I'm undefeated on defense. That doesn't mean that you will be necessarily, but it's a fairly solid defense for just kind of like holding off general purpose teams. So I will go through the heroes. Now I have shown, this is also how I keep a low roster power. So my alt's roster power is actually only 142,000. And that's actually kind of gone up. It was like less than a month ago at level 80, it was like 120 or 115, something like that. Okay. So, and I don't level up any hero that I'm not using. Most of these heroes are unlocked because I have no choice. So Valkyn, I do have some festives here, but I don't have a bunch. I've got a few red, a few yellow, a few purple, and a few green. Basically just events from the last couple of months. I have Valkyn runed with a Bulwark rune for defense, health. The damage penetration versus heroes wasn't a choice, that just kind of came along. I needed the stats. Although now I have an Unbreakable Heart rune. Except it doesn't help the defense, and that's probably why it's out there. Although, yeah, it may not matter. No, it's because I took the Guardian off. Sorry, I haven't looked at these runes in a little while, trying to remember why I did everything that I did. So, because I've got 3 festives on him, I had to put as much defense as possible. My Unbreakable Heart rune sucks. So, Elite Festive, health, attack, +1 energy. Elite Festive, health, defense, +1 energy. Oh, and this is actually the Stormcrow rune. It's not a festive rune, but it doesn't matter. I only need 2 festives on Valkyn for this team. Attack, health, damage reduction. So, yeah, I think it's mostly because I have a very, very limited rune selection on this hero, so. He does have his epic. He does not have it completely maxed. I should have fixed that, but it's good enough. So yeah, compared to my other account, this account is kind of like, whoa, not nearly as strong. I have some of the things, like I've got a capped lily and the skin and everything like that, but my Therend is 3 stars. So I have a Bulwark on him. Once again, kind of the damage penetration versus casters. It's like whatever. A Bulwark, damage reduction from healer heroes. Okay. And I just realized the camera's pointing completely away from me. Not that everybody really is worried about seeing my face. Battle rune, attack, crit chance. Hero rune, defense, health, chance to shock. And a battle rune, chance to poison. I don't have the extra attack runes to put on him, otherwise I would. My Theron on my main account is a lot stronger, a lot deadlier than this. This is really just the best that I can do. And, I mean, his stats are not anything awesome. Matter of fact, they're actually pretty garbage. But he does okay. So, I mean, this just kind of goes to show that you don't have to have the best stuff ever. If I pushed his epic harder, I should definitely level his epic up. That would help. And today, while it's 3 times materials, I might do just that. Just kind of get the rest of this, but we'll see. Then Sifu. Sifu is pretty heavy on the defensive side. So we got a hero rune, a chance to shock. He needs 2 festives, so he's got a festive, a yellow festive. Just a standard kind of damage pen. I've got it. I actually have to use... Oh, okay. I've got an elite here. I can go ahead and swap that out now that I have this. I was moving stuff around. But that just gives you an idea, once again, of how low my runes are and how young this account is. That I was using an improved rune. Not even a friggin' elite or a guardian or a greater, but... And I'm using a 4-star Unbreakable Heart rune. So I could probably... No, because it's got the defense. I need the defense. So, yeah, his stats, I mean, not awesome. But they survive well enough. He's got a 50% crit. And then my Jin is 4-star. Honorbound, Guardian rune on Jin, a festive, a vampiric, and a bulwark. So he with this I got lucky. This was a RNG on the rune crafting. I got a chance to haste, so I threw that on him. His stats, once again, compared to my mains Jin, he's like the junior Jin. So yeah, I mean, all of these stats are things that you guys can achieve without having an Uber account, anything like that. Now, is this account going to, or is this team on this account always going to succeed? Well, no. But it's going to probably potentially succeed a lot more than some of the other stuff that you might have to use. And I also have Craw at 4-star, but actually, I haven't even used him. I'm not really, at my rune power, I'm not running into many... Actually, I was probably using Craw without runes. We'll rune him real quick. Yeah, and this is probably why he didn't have runes. Alright, battle. Just do the best I can. Alright, we will upgrade this. Yeah, I am not used to not having all the resources. I hate this screen too. And yeah, we'll equip it just to get some some defense out there. Battle, elite battle. That's gonna be better stats at least. We'll upgrade this. Probably gonna have to squash Evos again. And equip. He doesn't really need the festive, but you know what? I'm going to give it to him anyways, because it's got decent stats. And I'll throw the Unbreakable Heart out there. Oops, the Unbreakable Heart out there on him. So at least he's ruined. Oh yeah, he's only got... he might not even have foresight. Alright, so that's probably why I wasn't using him. He doesn't even have foresight. So, yeah, there you go. I'm even worse off. So, fortunately, I'm not running into teams that are running Jin very often. I think if I did, I would probably have to throw Dagrind into my lineup. So, it would be Dagrind then Sifu is probably all that I would do. So, and my Dagrind is ruined, but he's 3-star. And he's got a couple of 3 festives, so he can haste right away. That was my original kind of shtick with this team. He doesn't even have his epic. I probably won't get his epic because I'm keeping my rune power low. So, yeah. So let's see a couple of battles here, just to kind of see how it works. So yeah, if I was going up against Jin, it would probably be Dagrind, Sifu, Valkyn, Therind. Alright, so against some barbs. So my team typically now is Sifu, Therind, or Sifu, Valkyn, Therind, Jin. And if you guys have watched the Indigo, Valkyn, Therind, Jin team video that I put up, this will all look pretty familiar. It's just a variation on a theme. So, very first action is Sifu. I'm going to, this is why he has 2 festives. I'm going to Warrior's Chi. And I can go ahead and just, I can't kill, so I'll do it this way. Alright, that's actually pretty easy. I'm going to use Steel Sharpened Steel, which should kill Solaris. I will then... that. It's really kind of pointless. And we'll finish him off. So, part of this is a function of having high, or having low rune power, so I'm not going against super hard teams. But this is doable in the 60s, in the 70s. So you can definitely assemble a team like this. I can beat these teams all day. I can beat dwarves. The only thing that can happen is if something goes bad with a silence, or Sifu gets killed before I have a chance to act, or something like that. Doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. Or you'll see Therind will die or something like that, because I don't have any taunt out here. And the beautiful thing about having Sifu too against barbs is when he does follow-up attacks, his basic attacks are shield piercing. Basically just get to a point where everybody has no hit points and use the S1, Storm of the Ancestors, and everybody dies. So real quick then, I am going to volume this one down, and we are going to switch to this one here, and this is the main account. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Apparently I had another defensive win. Throw some volume back in here. Not bad. Yeah, I had a couple of... my team is set up to stop Zen teams, which are far less common than I would have thought. So I'm probably going to have to switch my defense around. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do an attack or two. So here's a fairly decent Dwarf Jin team. On on Sir Gravy, I have better heroes. I've actually completely maxed out my roster now. My last character was Gibber, and he's now 6 stars. Valkyn, Theron, and because I'm going against Jin, I'm going to take Craw. And this Craw is actually no slouch. Alright, so this is the worst case scenario. Sifu didn't get to act, and my Craw is dead, but I can still go. So at this point, I probably want to take out Emily. So I'm going to pile on some damage there. Not as much as I would have hoped. This definitely works better when I have haste. It's not the end of the world quite yet, although it's getting close. That's no bueno. Maybe this will kill Jin. Oh, made him run away. Oh, see? There you go. Never give up. Now we're in a much better place. We're going to kill Emily. And if I'm lucky, I'll get Valkyn. His Valkyn seems pretty tough. Maybe I'll land a Paralyze. I can't land a Paralyze on him. Epic attack. Nice. Smite. Damn it. Very, very close, though. So everything that could have gone wrong there did. Like I said, this team isn't foolproof, especially not at the higher levels. But that's why that other team that I posted is there. So now we will switch back to Jin. And do this one more battle just so you can see it, and then I will call it and work on another video. So here, obviously I didn't get frozen. Now the battle's pretty much over. I mean, this team isn't all that strong to begin with. We're gonna kill Kenny. We're bastards. We'll go for Zom here. And easy. So that's the basic principle. That's kind of the lightweight version of the Zen team without using Zen. You're going to get the haste, you're going to get some more survivability, and even potentially taunting on Sifu. And this is going to be a lot more accessible than some of the other teams. So let me know if you try it, let me know how it works. If you are not a subscriber, I definitely appreciate a subscribe. I only need like 15 more people, and I can actually get a URL that's readable. But yeah, thanks for coming out. If you enjoyed the video, hit a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Comment, ask questions. I try to respond to everybody. Thanks for coming out. Take care.